What's up, everybody? Ooh. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Let's Heal podcast. New Year's. I would have had a hat and all of that stuff, but it's been raining like crazy here in Atlanta. And I wasn't trying to be running around all over the place today. So I got my bottle of sparkling Welch's and my glass and my water and everything set up over here. And today's show is titled New Year, Now What? Because as y'all know, this is the end of the year, and we're all preparing for the new year and whatever it's going to bring to us. So stay right there, and I will be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back. Let me get over here to the messages or comments or whatnot. If you are there, please say hello. Today we're going to be just talking about a few things that I feel like people need to get to be prepared to go into the new year. So I wrote down some things. I'm over here trying to share the live. So if you are here joining me, please like and share this live because I'm definitely looking forward to y'all tuning in and interacting with me today. So, how has everybody's year been so far? Or it's the end of it now, so it really don't matter. Come on. Okay, that's about it. That's all I'm gonna do. So we're gonna jump right in, and today we got, like I said, some tips on how to have a better or even more positive 2022 as we end 2021. And today we'll just, like I said, jump right in. So the first one I got on my list is stop entertaining shoulda, coulda, woulda people. And what I mean by that is you constantly interact with people and they're always talking about, oh, we should hang out, or we should plan to do this, or let's talk about doing that. I call those people shoulda, coulda, woulda people because it's always something that you should have done or that you could have done or they would have done if y'all were in the same area or if y'all were, doing the same thing or something like that. I'm more of a doer kind of person. Like I've always said before, there are three types of people in the world. There are thinkers, talkers, and doers. And I'm more of a thinker and a doer. Every now and again, I will get into the whole the talking thing where I'm actually having conversation with people and doing things like that and talking about what I want to do. But more than likely, I'm probably already planning to get these things done. And I tend to do a little more of that in 2022 because this year and even last year with COVID and everything going on, and even the numbers that are going up again, all over again, like we had like going through COVID all over again. It's hard to be a doer when you're constantly trying to protect yourself or your family. So next year, I'm hoping that it's going to be next year, but I want you to definitely start planning to interact with people who are doers. So number one, again, was stop entertaining shoulda, coulda, woulda people. And I mean, even dates, in my situation, I've communicated with people and, of course you have your people in your DM and, oh, I'm coming to Atlanta, so we should hang out, or, I would love to talk to you if you could do that. Like, I don't have time for that next year. So if you are a shoulda, coulda, woulda person, consider yourself canceled from my life and from all of the other things that I got going on because I got other shit to do. So yeah, number one, stop entertaining shoulda, coulda, woulda people. because they're wasting your time and you're allowing them to waste your time. And that's never a good thing, because when you look back, you're like, damn, I could have been doing something different other than letting you waste my time. So number two, it's only 10 things. So y'all pay attention, write your notes, take your notes, ask your questions. If you are here, please tune in, ask your questions, talk to me, let me know what you think, what you feel, and all of those other things. Number two, like I said, is the access you have given to undeserving people, take that shit back. It's time for you to take that energy back, take that time back, take the access back. Like when you're talking to people, if y'all hear that knocking, it's my retarded ass neighbors who have no respect or decency to not stump over, that's a whole nother thing. So the next, like I said, it's the access you have given to undeserving people, take it back. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're the friend that's always there when somebody needs something, or you're the friend that goes and picks up people or drops people off or loans people money, or you're always there when somebody needs you. Yes, you're the most reliable friend, but you're also giving undeserving people access. And I'm not saying that everybody that you interact with and give those things to are undeserving, but you should be able to determine when you're being used for who you are and what you have. And that's even in relationships. You have undeserving people who are interacting with you, and you're constantly bending over backwards and making sure that you are available, when this person wants to talk or when this person wants to hang out or something like that. Take it back. It's time for you to take that access back, because they really, truly don't deserve the access that you give them. And only you can change that. Only you can stop that. Only you can pull that back from other people. I'm not sure who that is that's here, but hey. Yeah, I got a few other things at the end of this video that I'm going to be sharing with y'all about the Let's Heal podcast. But we're going to move on. Number three, someone is always watching. So give them something to watch. And I used to say that a lot when I was teaching aerobic classes. When you stand in a classroom and somebody is always standing there just staring at you. And a lot of people get self-conscious about those things. And that's kind of how life is. Somebody is always watching. Even when you think somebody's not watching, there's always somebody who is lurking somewhere, whether it's on social media, whether they see you out somewhere, whether they heard something about you, whether they have had a conversation with somebody about you. There's Chris. Hey, Chris. So I always tell people, when it comes to me and somebody having something to say about me or something like that, I always say, just make sure that they are pronouncing and spelling my name correctly, so that when these people who you're talking to me about go and research who Tyrell is, they spell my name correctly and they pronounce it correctly, because I need to make sure that I get credit for my work. So yeah, like I said, if someone is always watching, so give them something to watch. If you're at work and somebody is always there lurking and being negative about what you coulda, shoulda, woulda done, it's time for you to thrive. Surpass what they thought or who they thought that you were going to be, and give them something to watch. And that's all I can say about that. I mean, somebody is always watching, even when you think they're not watching. And you're not going to be able to please everybody either while they're watching. I don't think any of us came or were born into this life with a manual on how to please everybody. And at this point in my life, I'm really not at the point of really, pleasing everybody that I interact with, because I'm too busy enjoying my life and enjoying me. The next one, if you're making moves with unclear intentions, you're wasting your time. And I say that because you have a lot of people who I've interacted with, and well, you ask, well, what are your intentions with this job? What are your intentions with this relationship? What are your intentions with this money? You know what I'm saying? And it's, oh, I'm just going with the flow. Fuck that. Going with the flow. You have no clear intentions. You don't know what you want to do. You don't know what direction you're trying to go in. You're just here. That's another waste of time. That's crazy. Y'all, we do not get to relive a moment or a second or anything like that. So if you are constantly wasting your time with no clear intentions. Like even before you interact or date somebody, you should know what your intentions are. And you also should not be afraid to ask somebody what their intentions are, or even let your intentions be known. You know, a lot of times people will receive you better if you allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to say, these are my intentions with you, or at least from my standpoint. You know, if I'm hanging out with somebody, I want to have that conversation, what the intentions are. I'm not saying that we got to get married and jump into a relationship right away, but it's good to always know what somebody's intentions are. So yeah, if you don't have unclear intentions, you are definitely wasting your time and probably the other person. So be respectful of people's time. That's a bonus one for that one. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, that's 5 already. Number 5, assumptions will only make an ass out of you. The first 3 letters in that word assumption is ass. So when you go assuming things, or you think you know something about somebody or something that you really don't know the details about, or you don't know that person or the situation, and you go make up this story. Yeah, it may sound good. Yeah, it may be juicy. Yeah, it may be exciting to have this conversation with or about somebody. And, you know, but are you making an ass out of yourself? Because if it comes back that what you're talking about is incorrect, or the situation is incorrect, or you don't know the full details of everything, you know, when you have a conversation about somebody, I used to play in my head. Y'all remember that old school game Telephone, where at the beginning of it, it says you were told one phrase, and then by the time it gets to the end of the line, it's scrambled up. It sounds different. It 9 times out of 10 ain't the same situation no more. It probably don't sound the same. Some of the words may be there. Even the words will be all scrambled up. But that game of Telephone is just like people gossiping right now, because by the time it gets to the 10th person, it's so watered down, diluted, changed, shifted, that you've made a huge assumption and an ass out of yourself and everybody else who is listening, because the people who are listening are going to take that story and water it down even more. So that line or that chain of telephone continues. And by the time it gets back to you, if it's about you, it's so watered down that you're like, what? What the hell are y'all? What the hell are y'all talking about? And who told y'all this dumb shit? Like, if you repeat it to yourself, it don't even sound right. So, yeah, assumptions, don't assume anything, because you will definitely make an ass out of yourself each and every time. Don't make assumptions. The next one, check your energy. The law of attraction says what you put out is what you get back. So, and I say that because you have a lot of people who are extremely negative when it comes to life or situations or conversations that I've had with people, and their whole entire outlook is a negative one. And then they wonder why bad things are constantly happening to them. And I'm like, because you're calling this negative energy back to you. So you can't possibly ignore the fact that you're putting out this negative energy, and you can't figure out why it's coming back to you. And that's usually the first thing that I tell people. So what are you putting out? You know, how are you interacting with people? How are you talking to people? If you're talking to somebody negatively, it's almost like when you have a conversation with somebody and at the end it turns into, oh, you're not going to talk to me like that, and they not going to talk to me like that. And it's like, oh gosh. So you felt disrespected, and you allowed this person in this situation to control you and your response. So now you feel like your defense is to disrespect them. And it's one big ball of negativity that probably could have been avoided, because you're like, okay, yeah, you having a bad day. I'm not going to let you control or affect my day because you having a fucked up day. I'm not going to let you fuck up my day. And that's usually my response when I talk to people, because I meet people and I'm, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, shit, if let's say we're at a restaurant or something like that, and you get a rude waiter or waitress, and, you know, you tell them, and in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, well, I didn't choose this shit for you. You got bills to pay. You chose, hell, you choose to keep coming here every day. So because you choose to keep coming here every day, you feel like being negative and nasty to people is the way to go. That's yeah, that's all fucked up. But, you know, just check your energy. Check it before you leave in the morning. Check it throughout the day. That's something that you're going to have to check all day long because any small situation can shift or change your energy at any given time or any given moment. Um, so, yeah, check your energy. Next, we're going to talk about enjoying you. If you don't even like you, how do you expect other people to like you? And a lot of that comes from like last year, this time we were in COVID. We were really deep in COVID, and people were at home by themselves or interacting or having to figure out what they like to do in seclusion. And a lot of people realize that they don't even like themselves. And those usually were the people who struggled with being at home or being on lockdown. Yeah, I understand we all get cabin fever and we all don't want to sit in the house too long. But you had some people from the beginning that was losing their mind because they had to be at home by themselves and they were spending time by themselves. And then they realized that they don't even like themselves. So instead of doing a self-evaluation, people, started complaining and moaning and bitching. And that's why we're back where we are right now, because people who don't even like themselves or like their time to get themselves together can't stand being by yourself. I know somebody like that. And it's a relationship kind of thing, like somebody who doesn't even, excuse me, there's quite a few people that I know like that don't know how to be by themselves. And then they wonder why they continue to have bad relationships, because instead of trying to figure out who's meant to be there, you just jump into a relationship because it feels like I'm not by myself. So you'll put yourself in a toxic situation just so you don't have to be by yourself, because you don't even like your own company. And then you wonder why the good ones don't really want to be bothered with you, because hell, you don't even like you. Why the hell should I come into your life and you don't like you? 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to like you either. So, gosh, enjoy you. Figure out hobbies that you enjoy doing. Figure out what your strengths and weaknesses are. Figure out the things that you can bring to a situation outside of the monetary, outside of the body, outside of the house and the cars and things like that. Figure out something of substance that you enjoy about you, that you can actually offer to the world. And I often tell people that we are all living in our legacy. So your legacy is a part of the memories that you leave. And until you figure out who you are and what you enjoy, and when you start enjoying you, that's when you start figuring out what your legacy is. Yeah. Enjoy you. Enjoy you. Enjoy you. I see there's a couple of y'all in here. I'm trying to figure out how to see who all is here, but it's not showing me. It's not letting me. If y'all are here, say hey. Who's here? I saw Chris, and I see a couple of y'all here now. So if you are here, just say hello. Mr. Extraordinary himself. Well, look at here. Miss Riley, how are you? How in the hell are you? That's GG. Okay. We're going to keep going because I still got to get ready for the Extraordinary Unplugged show as well. And then I still got to talk to you about what else is going on with Let's Heal podcast as I go into the new year. Yeah. So because it's time. Everything that I'm going to talk about, it's definitely time. We're going to keep going. The next one, and we're almost through with the list. The next one, what'd you say? Taking time for myself to heal. See, enjoy you. Like I said, there's always an opportunity to learn how to enjoy you. You can't be in a situation until you learn how to enjoy you, because once you learn how to enjoy you, that peace and happiness, you'll never allow somebody to come into your life and sacrifice you losing again. You have to lose it in order to know that you lost it, in order to know what it felt like to regain it. So Yes, Gigi, definitely take your time to heal and be by yourself and learn about your strengths and weaknesses and learn about who you are. So yeah, and that's what this list is about. This list is about self-help. It's about like Auntie Maxine, reclaiming your time. And that's basically where I've been over the last couple of years, like allowing myself to go through that process. I can't even say it's been a lonely one because I've crossed paths with a lot of people, but it's been a very enlightening one. It has allowed me to see people who don't deserve to be in my presence and how to allow them to leave, because if you are hurt or damaged, you will definitely feel the cracks in yourself with some bullshit. And we don't want that. Not going into the new year after the craziest 2 years that we've had with COVID, and now this, everybody's calling it Omarion, but it's Omicron, y'all, Black folks. Omicron. We're not gonna call it Omarion. But we're gonna get back to this list because I could talk about that all day long. So the next one on the list is block they ass. And that's Ebonics, and you heard it right. Block they ass. Block them. And that's on social media. When I see somebody who is negative, or I don't even want to go back and forth with you. Now, every now and again, you might catch me on a good day and I got a little bit of time and I might want to argue with you, but that's only going to go so far because you have some people who like to argue and like to go back and forth and everybody want receipts and everybody. It's just too much. So I just jump right into blocking their ass. And that's basically what it is. I had to learn how to stop arguing with people because only a fool argues with another fool. And if you want to stop being one of those fools in that situation, you just ignore them. You just block their ass. And that's on that, even if it's somebody that you don't want to be bothered with and they just say you go on a date and they don't understand that you're not the person for me, then it turns into, well, you blah, 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 blah. Maybe that's just my experience because I keep meeting people who I'm like, yeah, I'm cool on you, and they get pissed off. Don't know what that's about. Don't really care because it's not my problem. I just block their ass. So learn how to just start blocking folks. Who was it that said blocking you blesses me? I forget who that was. That was a girl on social media. I forget her name, the comedian. Blocking you blesses me. And that's exactly what it does. So when you learn how to just say, no, I'm not giving you access to me. I'm not giving you access to my energy, and I'm not going to let you take me there. Now, every now and again, it's okay to cuss people out because I am no stranger to curse words. I love a good curse word. And when you say it with your chest and it roll off your tongue, it feels good coming out. So when you calling somebody a stupid bitch, you better mean it. Like, you better project it. You need to mean it. so they know that you mean what you're saying. But other than that, block their ass. In 2022, we blocking people, and I guess I'm saying that to say it kind of leads into this massive purge that's about to go on my social media, and that's people who just are here. Like, I'm lurkers. Like, if you just here to lurk and you just here to watch and you just here to see and you've never done anything except for watch, it's time for you to go. And see, I'm the kind of person that when I unfriend you, I don't just unfriend you. I unfriend you and I block you because I don't need you coming back around in my people you may know situation, because Facebook got that real bad with the people you may know. No, I don't know this motherfucker. Or no, I don't want them on my friends list. So they're not people I may know. I don't be bothered with this motherfucker. So block they ass. Block them. And that goes for everybody. Sometimes situations are done and over with, and the worst thing you can do for yourself is hold on to it. When somebody's time is up in your life, let they ass go. Oh, come on, bonus. That was a bonus to block their ass. Let they ass go. Next, I'm gonna keep going because I'm this time. Every time I get on here, I start talking, and the shit goes forever. So the next one is match energy. And that's kind of self-explanatory, but I'm explaining a little more. When I say match energy, that's somebody who you're constantly calling, you constantly texting, you constantly reaching out to, you're constantly inviting, and they don't do the same. And you see they're out here living their best life, and that's fine. You know, that's cool. But if I'm constantly calling and saying, "Oh, I'm just calling to see how you was doing," friends, family, associates, coworkers, all of those things, match energy. Learn how to match people's energy, and then you won't be wasting yours all the time. And you won't be drained all the time. If they're not calling you, don't call their ass. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying just go and cut everybody off. But what I'm saying is we all know those people or those friends who we're calling and they don't call us back. We text and they don't text us back, or they never text us first. Like if you just stop texting or calling people, there's somebody who's going to call or text you back. Now, those are people whose energy you definitely need to match because they're checking up on you. They're giving and taking. You know, our relationships are give and take. And if you're constantly giving, calling, inviting, and they're not doing the same for you, it's time for you to match their energy. And that's okay. And 9 times out of 10, because they've gotten so used to you being the person who initiates the call or invites them places first, or ask them about themselves first or what's going on. When they see that just this is shifting and you start matching their energy, they're going to ask that question, well, what's going on with you? I ain't heard from you. How you doing? Because if that's how you call me and that's how you lead a conversation, that means you're used to me reaching out to you all the time. You know, me and my friends, we don't talk every day, but when we pick up the phone, it's almost like we pick up where we left off at. But these are people who I have been friends with for, I think the shortest time I've been friends with one of my best friends is 18 years. My other friend, we've been friends since I was 15 and I just turned 40. One of my other friends, we've been friends since I was a freshman in high school, and I graduated high school 21 years ago. So this is a long time. Like even that word friend, I don't use it so loosely that everybody is my friend, because everybody ain't my friend. And everybody ain't your friend. And it's time for y'all to realize that too. Everybody can't be your friend. Like me and my friend category it's a little, you don't have to know my mama, but you need to know my mama's name. If you don't know my mama's name, you're just an associate. Just saying. Because my mama's name is easy. And I'm not saying that you got to have her number. Now, if you got her phone number, you know how to reach out and contact her. You are not just a friend. You are part of the family because you got my mama phone number. But you at least got to know my mama name in order for me to call you a friend. If you don't know my mama name, we're not friends. We're associates. That's just how I think. So, yeah. And last but not least, I got one more. And it is, don't allow yourself to stay in the box that people keep trying to put you in. And I say that because ever since I started Let's Heal, people always and I'm always smiling and things like that. And my energy is always positive and all these other things. But people meet me, and let's just say y'all get the real me. Anybody who really truly has hung out with me, y'all know my mouth. Y'all know I'm quick with my tongue. I love curse words, and I have said that. I am no stranger to that, and that will never, ever, ever stop. So when you meet people and they've made up this persona of you from based on social media and what they see on social media, and then they meet me in person, and they're like, "Well, I didn't think you did this. Why? I'm a person, just like you a person. I don't put unrealistic expectations on people, because people are meant to do what? Change. And nothing is constant but change. So when you start realizing that you put people in a box, and then when you meet them or you hang out with them and they do something that you didn't think that they should be doing or you didn't think that they would be doing, it's almost like somebody who, well, shit, I can't use that example. I was going to say somebody who goes to church and ends up being a crook, but we all know how that go. Because so a whole lot of folks who go to church and run churches who are crooks, and they are the best at it because they don't seem like they'll do those things. So when you see stuff like that pop up on social media or anywhere else, and you're like, oh no, it couldn't be that person because I didn't think that they can do that. That's just like saying somebody who doesn't look like a murderer couldn't kill anybody. Why? Stop putting people in a box. People are people. They are meant to change. Things are going to change. They are going to change. You're going to change. So stop putting people in a box and stop allowing people to put you in a box. And even if they do put you in a box, don't stay there. I always tell people that I cross paths with, I'm not meant to be in a box. So don't ever say what I won't do or what I can't do, because I might be talking about LetsHeal right now, but I might be becoming an OnlyFans model in the next year and got my ass and everything else all over social media. And guess what? Like Tabitha Brown say, that's my business. Ain't got shit to do with you. Just because you put me in a box don't mean that I'm not capable of doing those things. So stop putting people in the box. And stop staying in the boxes that people put you in, because when somebody puts you in a box, mainly family, and I'm speaking right now to a lot of things that I don't really say that because my family's never really put me in a box, because I've always been the rainbow sheep of the family. I've always been loud and very proud of myself and very big energy and very big personality. So my family kind of accepted me for me a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So my family, they don't put me in a box. And even my mom, when I talk to her, I'm sure she probably cringe at some of the things that I have said or that I've talked to her about over the years. But guess what? I'm me. I'm going to always be me. I'm going to always enjoy me. Have I been put in some situations where it's been dangerous for me? Of course. But that makes me human. I'm not a robot. And hell, even robots change. Like all the shit that's going on now with all these mechanics and stuff like that, all of that changes too. So stop putting people in the box. And if they put you in a box, don't stay there. So those are my 10 things that I had to talk about as far as new year. Now what? Because I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to be peaceful in this new year. It's scary again with Omicron and coronavirus and everything, and people are constantly being tested positive for coronavirus, and people are still dying from coronavirus, y'all, no matter what they say. And it looks like the CDC and your government is just like, who gives a damn? Y'all gonna do what y'all want to do anyway, so why even advise, you fools? But yeah, I hope everybody has a safe and fun new year. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. I'll be at work, so I won't be going anywhere. I'm working all weekend long, so I won't be going anywhere. But before I do leave, I want you all to try to initiate these things as far as like changing your mindset when it comes to turning something into positive, because life is full of negative and positive things, but you will never be able to appreciate the positive if you didn't have the negative. So the point is that I have for changing your mindset of positivity is don't celebrate the darkness. We all have our dark days. We all have our depressed days, but don't celebrate it. Don't allow yourself to stay stuck in the darkness. Don't celebrate the darkness. Number 2, be in prayer or meditation for light to prevail. You know what I'm saying? Pray or meditate on love and positivity and healing for those who need it, because Let's Heal is about being selfless. I'm all about people and self-motivation and things like that, but it comes from a selfless place. Being a stronger person for yourself is not selfish, because you can't. How can you give to somebody if you have nothing to give, or you don't know who you are to give those things? When I was a personal trainer, I would tell people the first thing that people need to do, you need to be training and getting healthy for yourself first. Even if you have a child or a spouse or anything like that, you ain't going to be no good to nobody if you're not good to yourself first. So pray for those things. Keep yourself grounded. No matter how high you get, no matter how big you get, you have to stay humble, because just as fast and easy as you got it, it can be gone. Whether it's money or things or family or life, or, we take things for granted because we get up and do it every day, like walking. But there are some people who walk outside today, get into a car accident, and never walk again. So keep yourself grounded when you are going through life. Appreciate the big and the small things. So keep yourself grounded. Be present with your own vibrational energy. So always pay attention to the energy that you're giving out. If you need a moment because you're having a dark moment, hey, I need a moment, and walk away and be by yourself and breathe. Take a couple deep breaths, control your energy, because what you put out is definitely what you get back at all times, no matter what time of day it is, and no matter who you're around. So if you're giving off negativity, you can expect negativity. If you're giving out positivity, you can expect some positivity. Like, people are going to enjoy being around you. They're going to enjoy smiling with you. They're going to enjoy laughing with you. They're going to enjoy talking to you. Protect your energy, because you got to protect it, because if you're constantly giving, like I tell people, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I said, when I interact with people, I give my energy from a reservoir, because I need to keep myself full at all times. My positivity, my happiness, because I understand that my happiness is my responsibility. So I keep my own happiness full for me, and then I give from a reservoir. So, if you come into my life and you're like, well, what can you give me, and what words of encouragement? I'm giving you from the reservoir, because you can't have what I got. This is mine. Like, this one over here is mine. You can have from over here. So protect your energy at all times. And last but not least for that one is, don't react to negative energy. Allow the negativity to pass. Because like I was talking about earlier in this podcast, if you interact with somebody who's having a bad day or come from a negative place, 9 times out of 10, if you allow that person to be negative and they say something smart to you, it's going to instantly shut you down. It's going to instantly cause you to go to a negative place. And that's part of the reason why I left my last job, because it was like, no matter how positive I came, no matter how positive I thought, there were a lot of people who interacted with me daily. There were coworkers, there were customers, there were just everything that interacted with me with so much negativity. And a person can only take so much negativity before it starts turning me into, a negative person. Usually I can let stuff roll off my back and ignore people, ignore their negativity, and not let it really bother me. But I remember one day I was at work and this lady got on the bus, and she was just, her energy was negative. Her response, her interaction with this was extremely negative. And I ended up using some curse words and everything. And I really did not give a damn with the cameras and everything. I'm like, just fuck it. Just fuck it all. I don't care. Get the hell out of here. I don't have time for this. So I knew it was time to go. And that's exactly what I did. I was unapologetic for choosing me. You have to constantly choose you. So that is the podcast, y'all. But before I go, I'm going to talk about the LetsHeal podcast. So it's been, I've been doing this Facebook Live for some time, and I'll probably come on every now and again and do lives. But in the new year, I'll probably be going more to YouTube. Every now and again, you'll get a live, but it'll be somewhere from like Facebook Live or Instagram Live or something like that. But it won't be as much of this as it has been before. I actually want to start talking to people and having them come on and talk about, Let's Heal and things that they've healed from, and what does healing mean to them and stuff like that. And speaking of that, if you have not submitted your What Does Healing Mean to You video, please do so. You still got time. And I will continue to do that. The Let's Heal series, the What Does Healing Mean to You series. And because there's a lot of people out there, and everybody's definition of healing is different. So I feel like if you hear everybody's definition of healing, people would actually be more open to going through the healing process, because then you see that it doesn't look a certain way. It doesn't feel a certain way. It's not the same for everybody. So, nothing is more important than being supported and supportive through your healing process. So if you have not submitted your Let's Heal, What Does Healing Mean to You video, you can send it to letshealdoc@gmail.com, or you can send it to me in the in the DMs, or if you have my phone number, you can record it and text it to me so that I can include it in the next What Does Healing Mean to You video. I have a couple videos right now, and I would love to do more. I mean, there's other What Does Healing Mean to You videos on my YouTube channel. If you want to go and check those out, you can go to Let's Heal, all one word, like the shirt, Let's Heal. There will be more merchandise in the next year. I will continue to do my shirts, but on the back of the new shirts, it would have the QR code. So when people say, well, what is Let's Heal? You'll be able to have people scan the QR code that will be on the back of your shirt. So then that way, do I have any? I don't have any. I sold them all. I was supposed to print some more today before we started, but I don't. But it'll have a QR code right in the top back of the collar. If you are in Indiana, Tamika and Pretty Chic is in Indiana, and the Let's Heal t-shirts are in Pretty Chic's store in Indiana. And I'm looking to get more partnerships and put more Let's Heal products out there. I will be doing more speaking gigs. So if you want me to come and speak, or if you know some people that want me to come and speak as a empowerment speaker or motivational speaker or self-awareness speaker, please contact me at letshealdoc@gmail.com, or you can visit the Let's Heal website at www.letshealdoc.com. That's a whole lot. That's a mouthful. But yeah, other than that, I guess I can open up my sparkling. I just hope it don't spray all over the damn place. Can I open it? Lord, I can't open it. That would have been a travesty for it to splash all over the place. So it's sparkle inside. I can't have like real alcohol for real because I got to get up and be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I don't want to be drunk because I'll sleep right through it. So other than that, everybody, Happy New Year. Have a safe and fun New Year's Eve or New Year's night or whatever you choose to do. And remember to heal and be positive in the new year. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let's heal. Cheers. Bye. Ooh, that's strong.